Senator McCain. Just not done. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Great. 1 and 2 and 3. I'll do one more.
I'm glad all of you are here. I thank you for your support for the people of Albania. I thank you for the incredible effort on your behalf, on their behalf. These are very turbulent times all over Europe and all over the Middle East. There's a very tough history in Albania. It's very tough, geographic location, wars, conflicts, and the people of Albania have always stood bravely. They have fought for their freedom and independence. There were times when people actually wanted to wipe them out. The fact is that your support, I cannot emphasize enough, is so important to them and their freedom and independence.
Was that a great party? Let me welcome everybody. Is everybody happy? Are you happy to be American? And for those Albanians here, and there are many of them, are you happy to be Albanian? It's a wonderful evening. It took a lot of time to bring it all together. This is kind of like the opening of a Broadway show. The most wonderful part is that we have someone as important as Senator McCain. Now, I'm not going to go through his resume, but remember, he was a POW, he served in Vietnam, he was at the Naval Academy, he was a congressman when I was a congressman for a couple of years. I remember seeing him in the back. I got elected in 1984, so you were there from 85, 6, I guess, then you went to the Senate about the end of the 80s. 86. So I got to know him in the House. But more important than that, he is one of the top senators, or he is, in my mind, the top senator, the chairman of the Armed Services Committee of the U.S. Senate. Isn't that a nice position to have when you're Albanian and you want him to pay attention?
I think we're going to have a very, very memorable evening tonight. And it's going to begin with something special. And that is that Kreshnik Jabiaku will be singing the Albanian and American national anthems.
We have with us someone that many of you should be familiar with, Monsignor Hilary Franco. Why? When we went to Rome, we had a delegation of our league, I think it was like 30 or 40 people, for the beatification of Mother Teresa. And luckily I had remembered that Monsignor Franco spent 26 years of his life in Rome.
On September 21st, 2014, Pope Francis made an historic visit to Albania. Only one day, but there he publicly recognized Albania as a unique country, and I quote him, where peaceful coexistence and collaboration exist among all religions. I would like to have an equal way of understanding tolerance for all religions, all men of goodwill in the world. That's how we are going to change the world itself.
It is my honor to introduce an American hero who loves peace, but understands that peace cannot be attained without sacrifice or the will to stand up to despots and supporting American military strength, Senator McCain.
Thank you. That was wonderful. That was great. That was great.
Thank you. No other organization has done more to advance the rights of Albanians across the world, and I am honored to have personally known and worked with Joe and Shirley as they have fought to bring lasting peace and stability to the Balkans. And I will never forget what Joe and the Albanian American Civic League did to bring attention to the plight of Albanians in Kosovo living under the brutal occupation of Serbian dictator Slobodan Milosevic.
We love Chuck Schumer. We love him because he's important, he's Jewish, and he likes tough things. We just were in the White House together. We worked a long time together.
Albania has long been a great friend to America. It's been a vital partner for us in the region. Our diplomats work together on social and economic development. Our exchange students share ideas, and our soldiers serve bravely together in Afghanistan and Iraq. Together, our people have fought terrorism side by side, and we bring the same shared goals, Albania and the U.S., of global stability, understanding, and peace.
I hope that all of you have time to look at the bios of our members of the board. You will see a very common and marvelous experience reflected there. Everyone is from different parts of the Albanian land, whether it's Albania or Kosovo or Macedonia or Montenegro or the Preševa Valley, and I don't think we have anyone from Chambrio, but we certainly recognize it, all part of Albanian lands illegally divided, but sitting side by side over centuries. All of the people that you will read about in our board, in that journal, came out of an experience. It could have been their grandparents, it could have been their parents, it could have been themselves, going through the Holocaust, and we have the Ilichkai family were actually recognized rescuers during the Holocaust. I was on our board. Everyone, often themselves, went through the experience of communism, went through definitely the experience of Slavic domination and oppression, and had to leave their countries. Most of the non-Albanians in this room did not have to leave their country, and they came here and they all made a tremendous, tremendous contribution to the United States. This is a beautiful silver tray with the House of the Representatives that's been inscribed, and of course the Albanian American Civic League, the knowledge of our 25th, or the recognition of our 25th anniversary and the date. I know you all don't want to carry this out now, so please see us, but it's a very, very beautiful piece that we purchased from the U.S. Senate. And in recognition of his enormous contribution to expanding international awareness of the Albanian rescue and its implications for our world, we asked Ron Retner this past year to be the Civic League's Jewish Affairs Advisor, and we want to surprise him tonight by giving him the Civic League's Balkan Affairs Award, which is only in the past, Balkan Peace Award, sorry, which in the past has only been given to members of the House and the Senate.
What can I say? I am deeply honored and humbled to have been awarded the Balkan Peace Prize. I want to thank Joe DioGuardi and Shirley for their tireless efforts in advancing the interest of the Albanian Americans, Jewish Americans, and international peace.
Ambassador Hoxha was instrumental in developing, with B'nai B'rith International, the very first program at the United Nations on International Holocaust Remembrance Day devoted to the unique role that Albanians played in saving Jews during the Holocaust, both Albanians in Albania and Kosovo. We had asked for that particular event to happen 13 years before. He made it happen.
Albania is a prominent, if not a unique case, of religious tolerance, harmony, and respect. Throughout its recorded history, Albania has never experienced religious conflict, a remarkable achievement in a continent whose history is marked, if not defined, by centuries of religious conflicts and wars.
Now I want to shift to another part of the world, and somebody I'm really very, very happy to have met tonight for the first time, and that is Congresswoman Grace Meng. She is the first Asian American member of Congress from New York. She's the only representative of Asian descent on the entire East Coast. She's a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, and she serves on the subcommittees on Asia and the Pacific and Middle East and Africa. And they're also happy about the Civic League's recognition of China for accepting Jews without visas or papers during the Holocaust, about the unique role that Dr. Feng Shangho, the Chinese Consul General in Vienna, played in giving visas to 30,000 Jews, and about Shanghai for receiving Jews and sustaining them over World War II, until well after World War II was over, at least 19,000.
It's great to see such diversity here and such recognition across many communities of historical truths about genocide and the importance of genocide prevention in our time. In that vein, there is still so much work to do in relation to the recent history of the Balkans. And I've been active on this on the Foreign Affairs Committee. We're working on a resolution regarding the need for justice in the murders of the Bitici brothers, who are also American citizens. We've also co-sponsored a resolution regarding the genocide at Srebrenica. Sorry about my pronunciation. And we're working toward enough co-sponsorships of that resolutions to make it eligible for consideration in our Foreign Affairs Committee. The history of Albania and the Albanian peoples must be recognized and celebrated, as must the strong relations between Albanians and the American and Jewish peoples. I'll continue to work with you to do this in any way that we can.
Thank you, Congresswoman Meng. I'm not at all surprised that you work with Dana Rohrabacher. Dana Rohrabacher is much loved in this room, and he has the same kind of commitment to justice and self-determination.
Greetings to all my friends at the Albanian American Civic League, especially now on your 25th anniversary. And I'm very pleased to congratulate you on 25 years of good service to the cause of better relations between the United States and Albania, and also, of course, drawing attention of America to the great contributions that Albanians have made to the peace of the world, and especially to the peace of the Balkans.
Joe and Shirley and all the board members have tirelessly advocated on behalf of Albanian Americans and for its leadership in promoting religious tolerance and peace and stability in the Balkans. In addition to my close friends Joe and Shirley, I also want to congratulate the board of the AACL, who are also tonight's honorees. I have worked closely with Joe and Shirley for so many years, and I know that there's probably no one else who has done nearly as much as these two have to promote the AACL and its important mission.
We have another great friend, Rabbi Potasnik. He was at another event, and he came over here just in time. Rabbi, thank you so much for being here. And where's the imam that came and his daughter?
Me emrin e Zotit të madhërueshëm, ju përshëndes dhe në të njëjtën kohë lutem Zotit të madhërueshëm që të bekojë këtë tubim shpirtëror me përmasa të mëdha kombëtare, atletare edhe fetare. Me një tubim të tillë na kënaqet shpirti dhe zemra, se kujtojmë dhe rikujtojmë ata burra të nderuar. Me në krye zotërinë e nderuar, zotin DioGuardi dhe zonjën e nderuar, të cilët ishin nismëtar.
So I come here tonight to say thank you. Some people did nothing and simply said, what can we do? Albania did everything and said, what else could we do? Years ago, there was a magazine called Life. After Life, there was a magazine called People. After People, there was a magazine called Us. And after Us, there was a magazine called Self. We started with Life, we ended with Self. We Jews read from right to left. So first, it's about self. Then it's about us as one people who must share this life together. Thank you, Albania, for teaching us we can be of different faiths, but ultimately we are of one family. Amen.